girls. All right, everybody doing okay today? Fantastic. Go ahead and open up your screens. And let's go ahead and go to Google Classroom really quick here. We're going to be working through our bell work through Google Classroom. We're breaking up into some groups today. And we've got finally a Kahoot at the end of this. Got some learning targets out there for you. Today I'm going to understand the importance of the First Amendment of the United States Constitution and its parts so that I can understand my rights as a United States citizen. And I know I've got it when I can successfully complete our Kahoot today. We've got a benchmark out for you. Remember those benchmarks, all a big part of the EOC. We're going to evaluate the rights contained in the Bill of Rights, and today's focus will be on the First Amendment. So let's go ahead and open up bell work now and head into Google Classroom. And using your computer number, what you're going to do is start your typing there at that particular computer number, and we'll see if we can get a couple of responses from you all in which you're writing, what is the Bill of Rights? And if you can remember, what are those 5 parts? I'll give you a few moments to write those down. Then we'll pick up a couple of you all then to present your findings. Everybody looks so good from the science fair. You look very professional. I know some of you said you're going to have to leave during our presentation today, and that's perfectly all right. A lot of ideas flowing here. Good job. Want to show your individualism by creating your own font, colors, whatever. But what are the Bill of Rights? What are those 5 freedoms that the Bill of Rights protects? I think I told you you're going to be divided into groups in just a few moments. Let's go and do that really quick while I'm waiting. Group 1. Group 1, in just a few moments, is going to be taking on the role of freedom of religion. And that's going to be Deshara, Matthew, Miguel, and Alvaro. Group 1, freedom of religion. Group 2. Group 2 is going to be the freedom of press. Joel. We've got Dee Dee. We have Carissa, and we have Riley. They're going to be working on the freedom of the press. I'll tell you more about that in a few moments, because I know you're wondering, what the heck are we going to do? Group 3 is going to be Naz, Rowan, and Hannah. And group 4 is going to be finally last, but definitely not least, is Alexis. I know she's got to go to science fair, Yasmin, Anna, and Miss Lydell. Is anybody else going to have to leave during presentations today? Okay, several of you. And that's okay. We can't, that's the way it has to be. All right, so as you're working on your Google Classroom writing prompt here, and you're putting in those 5 particular parts of the First Amendment, you're saying to yourself, okay, what is the freedom of religion all about for me? There is a team, group 1, you're going to be focused on freedom of religion. Now, I want to encourage you to use some of your artistic talents or your writing skills to come up with some ideas in which we could teach others about the value of the First Amendment, especially the part of freedom of religion. Now, group 2, you're going to come in with freedom of the press. And most of you know that's the internet, newspapers, television. Again, how are you going to portray freedom of the press as part of the First Amendment? Feel free to draw and do whatever you like, because your particular part is going to teach others during the day. Group 3, 2 actually, the right to peacefully assemble and the right to petition for grievances. As you know, as a nation, we can actually protest peacefully. And we can also petition the government for problems that we may have. And finally, group 4 is going to be doing freedom of speech. And there's so many different things with that. I could go on and on. Freedom of speech is also your freedom of expression. You know, when you think about Colin Kaepernick, he takes a knee, you say, well, he didn't say anything, but yet that's a First Amendment right there. So the First Amendment could be just a freedom of expression. All right, let's go ahead and start wrapping some things up. I'd love to have a couple of volunteers read their responses here as part of that. Can I get some people that like to share their responses so far on what they wrote? Let's go back to the writing prompt again. And what are the Bill of Rights and the 5 freedoms the First Amendment protects there? All right, yes ma'am, Hannah.
I said, the Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. They guarantee rights to all the people of the United States. The Bill of Rights relates to the First Amendment because the
That's all right.
Okay, so the Bill of Rights, the Bill of Rights relates to the First Amendment because the Bill of Rights protects the 5 freedoms stated in the First Amendment. 5 freedoms are freedom of speech, freedom of
Wow.
press, freedom of religion, freedom to assemble, and the freedom to petition the government.
I don't know about you all, but I'm not worthy. Okay, good job. How about Miguel? Yes, sir.
The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments to the U.S. Constitution that promise 10 individual freedoms. The First Amendment is the first part of the Bill of Rights, and it guarantees the freedom of speech, freedom of press, the right to peacefully assemble, the right to petition the government, and the freedom of religion.
Very good. And one more. I wish I could do all of these, but please take a few moments to look over what others are doing and to get that idea. You've done writing prompts here before. Yes, Joel?
The Bill of Rights are the first 10 amendments. They ensure the rights of the American people. The 5 parts of the First Amendment are the freedoms of religion, press, speech, petition, and freedom to peacefully assemble.
Well, as you know, being successful means being able to communicate, and you're showing that certainly by 2 things here, your ability to write and your ability to speak in public. That's all very important. Yes, ma'am, you want to do one? Okay, you got to go. Okay, go ahead and close it out. Your things will be saved, and I will print those like I've done before up there on the wall, and everybody will get a chance to see what you've written. So go ahead and wrap this up, and like I said before, very brief, very succinct here, and move on into our groups, and we'll break up into our groups in just a few moments. I think what we're going to do is put group 1, we'll form them up around this table, and really I'm not trying to tell you how to think, but you gather your thoughts first before you go to paper. Let's see if we can set a time limit. What do you think might be fair for you to get this done, say? You think about 5 minutes? Would 10 minutes be enough to get the job done? So let's shoot for 10 minutes. You're working together as a team, and let's go back and revisit. You were group 1, you're looking at freedom of religion. You're defining what freedom of religion. Could you say it in your own words if you wanted to? Absolutely, that would be the best way of doing it. I think that's where your true knowledge comes in, if you could explain it in your own words. And that's what you're trying to do. You have someone who might be artsy in your group. They might could draw some things at that. Group 2, freedom of the press. Again, talking about the freedoms we have in our government with newspapers and television. Group 3, you'll look at the right to peacefully assemble and petition. And Group 4, freedom of speech. Let's go ahead and move to our groups now. Let's put 1 here. I can do a Quizlet Live. Dee Dee, if you don't mind, I'm going to put you over here. Group 2, let's go with Group 3 back here in the corner, and Group 4 with Taylor. And if you don't mind, you just move some of your stuff out of the way here. We'll start heading over to our areas, and you take your chart paper with you that I gave to you earlier, and then you can go start moving to your groups there. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Yeah, you want to have yourself a nice clear area.
They're not being sent back.
You can also use computers to help you out a little bit. I don't think you're going to need it, but if you do.
Okay, Matthew.
Draw that like one little picture.
Just made it look nice.
Yeah. Already for you.
Maybe you want to make it really eye-catching, market it here. All right, looks like everybody's settled in, so I'm going to go ahead and get the timer started for you. So we got some take charge people here, that's good.
It's like swirl.
It just like swirls and then it just, yeah.
It's like this swirl and then it goes
Three
like swirl.
circles
Yeah. There, all right. Okay, so then we have to write about, like what it's about. Yeah, what.
or it's not really
Yeah, blue on
called
my
the outline.
The freedom of the
So we should like just write what it is.
I know one.
Wanna do like bullet
Like, two
points?
chunks.
Yeah.
You want to look up the next? Yeah.
So I asked what is really spells like. We can write that. Press definition, right? Please circulate what happens.
We got one team using some technology over here to help them out, that's great.
And I'll draw like a camera and like a newspaper.
I like what I'm seeing, you're planning things out, you're thinking about what you're going to do. Very good. Failing to plan is planning to fail, and it looks like you guys are planning.
Just put needs to dot dot dot. Okay, put needs to. Right, needs to. Enlarge enough. Did you already go design for the budget?
Yeah, I did. I mean, like, right after we start.
Looks like you're researching some religious symbols.
Without being sorry.
Be careful. Be careful on your time now. I know some of you are getting very grandiose in your vision.
Yeah, you want to use all this?
No, just use the important part. Like, the right to like put your name on paper.
Yeah, the right to circulate.
I want to do that for Chris with the newspaper.
That should be the first.
Today.
The right to put opinions. Freedom of religion.
Don't write crooked. Freedom of religious work, right on the right to.
Look, why are you doing this? Like, she's sitting down and we put this poster that way. Because she has
I mean, see, that's the problem, is that I can't draw people, but then she can't really write without.
the right to form or to put an opinion. It's like without the government, like so.
Without censorship. So without the government. You can put without censorship. What? Highlighter. Oh, okay. Without government censorship.
I must share.
I need it.
All right, remember, time is of the essence, and it looks like we have about, I'll give you an update right now. We have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes, so that's part of it. You have to work quickly. We have 5 minutes left.
Are you guys using my computer?
Where's Oreo?
Say why but then we can actually do it. It's funny what it is. You're doing speech bubble. You do speech bubble. Yes, yeah. Look, I pushed it in and then it just
Pencil first.
Not my president.
Make sure we also put some.
Joel, can you look at the Polaroid camera? Wait, can you finish the definition?
Now, another thing you need to start talking about is who's going to be your spokesperson. Who will speak for your group?
Do you think there's something wrong with it? No, never mind. That's
12 minutes.
Okay, we're down to 3 minutes.
Polaroid camera.
3 minutes left. I don't know we're going to have, we're going to run out of time. Time is under strain here. Let's see if we can get this wrapped up.
Okay, all
Good.
right. I
Symbol
think I'm
great.
doing it pretty okay.
Do you want this? Stay right
I need to make sure it's
And do it this one.
really good for.
There's the camera.
Really hard.
Should we get some colored?
Why do you think I don't like crayons? Because Dee Dee said to do it in blue here, so you got a problem.
We have a pink camera too, so. I like it.
It matches my shirt.
What else do we have to put about it?
Like some examples.
Just write news, like put here,
Yeah, like
newspaper, and then like.
I wonder if you could be able to see that. Kind of like very light.
I'll go over it again.
I didn't know.
Right? Especially when you're working in hand for the yellow.
I like that. That's right out of the news. It's good.
That's Joel's job, go ahead.
So you think we can wrap this up in the next few minutes? Okay. I want you to start thinking about a spokesperson for your group.
What if you could express them?
Come on, Joel, I can leave it.
Wow, that looks great.
Thank you.
Good job.
Canberra.
C-A-N. C-A-N.
E-R-A.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not done.
All right, well, let's take a look and see. Let's go start putting the finishing touches on it. That sound you heard.
You can do like polka dots or something. Really fast.
I need it.
We can take a whole bunch of markers.
Yeah.
No, we have to, one person has to take a fistful of markers.
Are you sure that kind of mess up?
I think all of us should just take one marker and do it.
And
No,
maybe
it's
like
like
put an
scattered
order
in
around here so like people know what to read.
Wait, are you gonna do it the second?
Last minute chambers, huh?
Wait, can I use your
What's that
pencil?
Philip
See, that's more
Morris
messed up.
article?
Wait, to do
I
a
mean-
what?
The cap stuff.
No, right here.
I made you.
By religion.
Do
No,
a what?
I never do a copy.
Oh, like, okay. I can go over it.
Wait, what color did we have? Wait, now we use every color.
Wait, did we use orange?
Those are orange.
Guys,
Like there was an orange
there
right
it
here.
is. Get it. We need to use orange. What? Okay.
Draw another one.
All right, ladies, looks like they're wrapping up here. We got this group just about to put finishing touches on. Person
Yeah,
for your
you
group.
can read this. And then you can be like, this is a camera, this is a newspaper.
This is our beautiful president teacher.
All right.
She's the only
I need to have a
artistic
look.
one
All
here.
right. Well, you use the
This is a
talents you
newspaper.
got.
This is a camera. You read this full description. And I'll read the camera newspaper.
I'm just trying to think working with places in a prominent place.
Beautiful. Did you look her eye?
Y'all ready? I'm gonna go ahead and put you all up there
Last
first.
class, that was really.
There
It
we go.
was amazing.
Thanks.
Nice.
All right, and we've got a spokesperson coming up
I'm
here.
not doing it about myself, they're coming up with me.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think as a group, you can go ahead and do that, but let me see if I can get some lights on the subject. I don't know if we can see that as well. Hold on just a moment. That's about best we can make it. All right, folks, as you start wrapping up your project, we got our first group is ready to present here. Go ahead, you are ready.
Okay, we did the freedom of the press, and we put the right to be able to put your opinions on paper without the censorship of the government.
This is a camera we put, and it's taking a photo of the newspaper.
Good job.
It's not what it's supposed to be, but yeah.
It's not what it's supposed to be.
It looks good, guys.
All right, so we'll get our next group up here.
Good job.
And let's see if you can find a very prominent place that we can put this somewhere, maybe on the wall here. Let's bring up our next group.
Let's put it on the, yeah.
Rowan, could y'all bring up your... Big one out. We got our next group standing by. You can come on up. There we go. Everybody looks so nice from science fair. They're going to hold it up for you like that, and they're going to talk about freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech gives you the right to express your opinions without censorship or resistance. That way you can express your feelings or your opinions to the public without getting in trouble.
So what's censorship mean? Is that...
Censorship means like, I don't know how to describe it.
Anybody want to help her out with censorship? Yeah.
It's when like they cover something you said, or like, you know, they just take it out.
Is there places in the world I can get in trouble for writing things about the government?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's bring up our next group. Very good, you all. Fantastic. Let's see if we can find a prominent place to put that. Yes, sir. We'll bring it up to the front here. Looks like we got freedom of religion. All right, y'all, if you just come on up here for a moment, we'll go ahead and listen to what they have to say.
No.
I'm the only girl. Alright, we have freedom of religion. The first thing we have is you may worship any religion you wish, such as Christianity and Judaism. Our country's founders knew the best way to protect religious liberty was to keep government out of it.
Does this mean I can worship as I want in this country? How about if I don't want to worship any God?
That's fine.
I'm allowed to do that too. Fantastic. And I think last but not least, Rowan, if you guys can come on up. There, put some last minute touches on it. And again, the rest of you all will get, we're going to be playing Kahoot in just a few moments. Here they come. I do like that sign. It comes right out of the news. And Rowan, you just put that up there on the board just like that. And there's just the right to assemble and petition.
Okay, so we put our explanation right here. It says the right to gather in a group and speak against the government, which is basically a really simple version of the right to assemble and petition the government. And this is an example of gathering and speaking against the government in a non-harmful way, so a peaceful gathering. And
That's great. And, you know, that's right out of the news because, you know, there were thousands of people demonstrated across the country about the recent election, and I've seen those signs before, but they're doing it in a peaceful way. Very good, you all. Let's first of all see if we can find some prominent places where we can put those where people can see them. And once you go ahead and log into Kahoot, I'll give you a special Kahoot number for you, and I'm going to tell you what we've got planned for the last part for you. Let's see. I'm thinking. Tell you what. Go ahead and log into Kahoot and let me see if I can find a prominent place for this beautiful poster here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put it right over here, I think. Fantastic. We'll leave this up for a while too. What do you think about right here? Is that okay? All right. Now, what I've done for you is, since you all have done such a great job going through the different parts of the First Amendment, you're probably thinking that real work, what's that mean? Sure, you need to go sign spirit, go ahead, absolutely. So, you need to go sign spirit too, sir? Go ahead, no problem. So, go ahead and log yourself into the Kahoot, and what I've done for you is I've made up some real or imagined things that actually would have happened out there. Some of these are things that could really have taken place, like, you'll see it in a few moments. Some I could have imagined for you. And what you're going to do is tell me which part of the First Amendment, freedom of speech, right to assemble, all those things you did just a few moments ago. So let's go ahead and log in with our computers here. Again, if you want to use cell phones or your tablets, you can do that. And I've got a quick little thing for you while you're logging in. There's the PIN, 375-53341. 375-3341.
Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writer still had to go look at it twice. Cause the states that believe it said, here's some advice.
375-3341.
Would be nice. So the founder said, all right, hold the Bill of Rights. Got the first 10 amendments on the Bill of Rights. Well, the Constitution took days and nights, but the writer still had to go look at it twice. Cause the people reviewed it said, here's some advice that should guarantee freedom, yeah, that would be nice. So the founder said, all right, hold the Bill of Rights. Got the first 10 amendments on the Bill of Rights. Number 1 says we can worship as we please. We can have meetings, large assemblies. We can write what we want. It's called the freedom of press. What we feel, we can say out loud. We can express.
Yes, concerned about securing your house and your farm. Through Amendment 2, you have the right to.
All right, here we go. Real world First Amendments. Let's take a quick look at it and see. We have a large pothole at the end of our street, and it's really irritated me. Can we fix it? I really do have a pothole in my street. Which one is that? You got it, the right to petition. I think everybody on our street's going to get together. We are so tired of this pothole. Fantastic. Let's take a look at our top 5. It's Miguel. See how close this is. Alexis, Hannah, Carissa, and Matthew. Question 2. Protesters in many large cities protested the election of Donald Trump. You got it, freedom of assembly, but the key is what? What's the key to peaceful? Peaceful, that's right. Who's our top person? It's Naziat, Alexis, Carissa, Miguel, and Hannah. Question 3. CBS News told all about the personal life of Hillary Clinton. That's right, freedom of the press. Uh-oh, someone said the right to petition. I think you're a little bit quick on that one. Top scores: Alexis, Naz, Miguel, Hannah, and Carissa. Go ahead. I heard that Joe was arrested for making unkind remarks about the president. Gotta think about that one, huh? It is freedom of speech, that's right. We had a little problem with that one. Some said the freedom of the press. Now this is Joe, a common citizen. Are we allowed to voice our opinions about political leaders? Absolutely, and we don't have to worry about being arrested. Alexis in the lead with Miguel, Naz, Hannah, and Dashara. Question 5. Let's all meet at the circle to protest the budget cuts in our schools. The right right to assemble. There you go. We can do it peacefully in this country, and the police aren't going to come and shoot us or throw tear gas at us. Alexis, Miguel, Hannah, Carissa, and Nas are our top scorer. Question 6. Several NFL players took a knee or sat on the bench during the playing of our national anthem. You got it, freedom of speech. But wait a minute, they didn't say a darn word. How can that be freedom of speech?
The action, you're testing the action.
Okay, so again, it's your expression. It could be how you express yourself through your poetry, through things that you do. You don't necessarily have to speak it. It's a freedom of expression thing. Alexis in the lead with Miguel, Hannah, Deshar, and Nas. This is a really close game here. Good job. Question 7. I value my beliefs in my church and what they stand for. Whoa, that was fast. Oh, good. Okay. Uh-oh, I made a mistake on that one. It's freedom of religion. Boy, did I make I blew that one. Sorry about that one. I made a mistake. It's freedom of religion. For our scoreboards, Alexis, Miguel, Hannah, Deshar, and Nas. I made a mistake. Question 8. The newspaper was closed by the FBI for printing an article criticizing the president. Freedom of the press. I got that one right. Good job. Someone said it was like right to assemble. Scoreboard, Alexis, Miguel, Hannah, Nas, and Deshara. Question 9. I'm tired of getting the same 3 choices in the lunchroom, but how can we do anything about it? The right to petition. That's how we change it. And coming for our last one here, Alexis in the lead with Miguel, Hannah, Dee Dee, and Yaz. Total 787, whatever that means. Question 10. I want to read my Bible in the library. There you go. Freedom of religion. That's great. Here is our top scorer, Alexis, Miguel, Hannah, Dee Dee, and nice job. Joel is back with an answer streak of 3. Well, folks, that's all I have for you today on this presentation of the First Amendment. We'll be looking at the Second Amendment and the rest of the Bill of Rights in later lessons. Thank you all very much. I know it's getting close to the end of the bell here, so we'll go ahead and call it a day. Thank you very much for all the things you've done with your posters and, of course, with Kahoot. Thank you.